Hello dudes, dudettes, duders, and everyone in between, and welcome to How to Do Everything So You Don't Have to, the show where we teach you how to think like a producer. Today we are shooting at Sienna Sinclair Studios in sunny Burbank, California, and what we are shooting is a fake commercial for a very real camera mount. In fact, it is the camera mount that is being used to capture me right now, and it is called
the Dreadnaught.
The theme of today's shoot is Viking Warrior Princess. We wanted to do something heightened, something very visually fun, something a little cheeky with its sense of humor. And that was why we felt that it was a perfect match for Sienna Sinclair Studios. We've worked with her for a long time. And if you want heightened, visually beautiful, and a cheeky sense of humor, she's a great partner for projects like that. This location is called Sienna Sinclair Studios. It's in Burbank, California, and it is a gorgeous building that just opened a couple of months ago, I believe. All right, let's take a look at some of the gear we're using on this shoot, and to do that, we're gonna have to go into the studio. So the camera of choice for today's shoot is the Blackmagic Cinema Camera. This is the first camera that Blackmagic released about 12 years ago. This is the 4K edition. And there are a couple of reasons that we're using this one. The first is that it is a global shutter. The second is that it's a global shutter that we can afford. You can get these on the used market for about 500 bucks, and they are worth every penny if you already have the EF lenses, because it's a global shutter and the Generation 2 color science is fantastic. Notice I didn't say accurate. Generation 2 color science isn't focused on accuracy. It feels like it's more focused on emulating how film reacts to light. When you shoot on the G2 color, you'll see that the blacks roll off very differently from modern cameras that are more accurate, but the way they roll off feels so nice on this camera. And if you're shooting down at 200 ISO, the noise print is so minimal that it's just, there's nothing else like it on the market or off the market. Really, this thing hasn't been made for a decade or so. About the ISO, we're shooting at 200 today. It goes up to 800. You cannot go past 800 on this camera, and we don't really go past 400 for any reason, because once you get up to 800, you are getting so much noise, and the print is so aggressive that it's not really usable. There are other huge problems with this camera. The battery life is about 10 minutes long, and it's an internal battery, so you can't swap out batteries. I don't know what the purpose of a 10-minute battery is. And this is the 10-minute battery on a decade-old camera. If you bought this new and pulled it out of the box and used the battery for the first time, you would not have gotten more than 15 minutes of use, and you would not have gotten more than 10 minutes of record time. We had the 2.5K model when it came out, and internal battery was useless. So this camera has a Super 35 sensor, EF mount. There was a PL version of this camera, and we're looking at getting that one next, but we'll settle for EF because that's the glass we have handy. And it shoots to Ding Dong hard drives. So you just get your Ding Dong hard drive from Bing Bong Best Buy, slide it in, and you're good to go. This camera is just 1 inch past prototype status. It is absolutely functional, but there are no bells and whistles whatsoever. It's the sensor plate, the screen, and recording media. You can get audio in, but you will never use this camera if you're shooting environment that requires audio, because the fan on this is so loud that it would render all audio useless if you're trying to do like a professional narrative production. Pretty much all you can use this for is B-roll. But if you're doing MOS, you will not find a more beautiful sensor plate in this price range. Yep, let's do another one of those. And run your finger along the monitor, check out the teleprompter.
Heads up, there's smoke in this room. The alarm may sound. It's going to be loud.
Alexa, it's okay. All right, let's open the doors.